Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of NG with astropill.
Yeah, and look at the revelation on the screen. What do you think about that, Doughy?
Dang, it's crazy. We were told this information just 30 minutes ago, and I already forgot.
We took a little break in between recording. You're breaking the magic. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, all right. So I guess I'll take him back over for now. Is Yakumo Miroku my father? Hi again. No time to be shocked. The only way I'll survive this is if I believe in that possibility, and I have to perform NG, the Nagoshi no Gi, with my hand, and my axe, and my sword. But the big question is, wait, but the power is in our right hand. Remember, right? Didn't Miroku say he had two powers? One was to bestow spiritual energy in something, and then the second one was, and then they didn't review that. And I think he said the right hand was a spiritual energy one.
I think he said that he uses his right hand for bloodmetry.
Right.
I think that's what he said.
Ash says he uses it for bloodmetry. But Miroku also said he uses his right hand for bestowing spiritual power. But that doesn't necessarily mean for us, right?
Yeah, I don't even remember. I don't remember which hand.
Is this a trick question? But the big question is, which hand do I use? The hand Miroku used in the ritual was the one with the power to bestow. Was that the right hand or the left hand? That was his right hand, wasn't it?
I honestly don't remember.
Can we cheat? I don't think I can go that far back. Unless... Right? It's gotta be here.
It was pretty far back, wasn't it? I don't remember.
Damn it. I thought it was his right hand. Am I wrong? Was it actually his left hand?
I don't remember what it said about the father.
I don't know.
Let's go with what you remember. Let's do right.
Okay. Was that right? Right-hand it is. Please? Why are we using the headphones? The hand with the power of bloodmetry.
Why are we using...
Was that just a flashback to when we first did it? It made it look like we were holding them right now. I gripped the doll with my right hand and not the headphones they just showed. Just like when I performed bloodmetry, I forced all my focus to my hand.
So right now he just said that bloodmetry is in his right hand?
Yes, and he's also saying he's gonna go with it anyways. Hey, Kakuya, you think you haven't played enough, do you? Well, why don't you play with this? And then it's gonna fall harmlessly to the ground. The doll is swallowed into the mirror. And nothing happens, and then we die. Oh no! Oh! Ah, dang it! So you were right. The logic here then was that we because his right hand is bloodmetry, then the other hand is the spiritual bestowment, I guess. Oh no!
The right hand is they didn't like they didn't like I don't remember. It's so hard to remember which hand he uses for bloodmetry, and then when they repeat it, like, oh, he used your right hand, it's like, okay.
Dang.
The right hand is dirty with blood. You can't NG?
NG. You can't NG.
With a dirty hand.
She grabs my shoulder and drags me into the mirror. Love. Love. Let's go have fun in the mirror. Something breaks inside my heart. Don't go breaking my heart. Don't go breaking my heart. Wait, whoa. This is a long ending. Does it show the same thing? The same thing as before? Where it's just, Yeah. Okay, BRB. Hi, we're back. I made up the fact that Miroku uses the right hand. I totally made that up because it kicked us pretty far back in the dialogue and went back to the flashback of him talking about his powers, and he did not mention which hand it was. I totally just conjured that because I guess Doughy was saying, because Ash was saying right hand so much. I was like, yeah, right hand. Yeah, that makes sense. I choose my left hand because I'm telling the player that you're supposed to use your right hand for blood mastery. All right, fine, I get it. I'm sorry, Ash, I'm sorry. The opposite hand of the one that has the blood mastery power. I remember what Miroku said. He had 2 powers. I know, but what if both the powers were in the one hand, you know? Each of my hands held a special power, the power to bestow and another power. If my power has been passed down from generation to generation of my family, then maybe Miroku also had a power similar to blood mastery. If that's the other power Miroku was talking about, then the power of his right hand. What? Oh, that, oh no. Then the power to bestow would be in the other hand, the left hand. I grip the doll with my left hand. I focus on my left hand just like I do when I'm doing blood mastery. And now there's a shiny aura thing. Hey, Kakuya, if you want to play so badly, play with this. Yeah!
This is actually what he said.
Yeah. Take this. Okay, it's absorbed into the mirror, and this time she will screech in anguished pain.
The best toy ever.
N-O instead of N-G. Now I want to play with Big Brother. Ah! Something breaks in her
supposed
heart.
To keep her distracted? It sounds like it's gonna like trap her instead.
Yeah, right. Like I was kind of thinking that too, because yeah, it's supposed to be like, oh, she's like, oh, this looks fun, and then she's kept away for 10 years. But no, it's like a painful, like, I don't want this. Kakuya disappears into the mirror.
My old toy.
I have already had this ratty thing once. I want the newest model. Is it over? Go for it.
Probably.
What happened to Kakuya?
She went back to her world inside the mirror. She'll probably be quiet for a while now while she plays with that doll.
Huh.
That doesn't sound like she'll be playing with it.
I know, right? What's going on here? Change the language you use around it. You're sealing her. You're banishing her. She's not happily away from the world. Oh my god.
I just performed the true Nagoshi no Gi. A ritual different from the emergency methods Miroku stooped to by turning girls into dolls.
I forgot if he mentioned the accident that caused him to lose his powers. He might have, but we take a lot of breaks in between, so I don't remember.
I don't think he has.
Yeah, I don't think he did.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Is Mom gonna get better now?
Yeah, I'm sure she will. And Amanome too.
Oh, snap.
The people who died because of Kakuya's game won't ever come back. So what are you going to do now? Like, do it every 10 years?
Right? Every 10 years. Like, how do you have to do it like on the dot at the same day? Do you have to keep a timer or calendar?
You can
like
do it every month.
Right? And then just keep adding 10 years each time.
Here, Kakuya, a new toy.
Here you go.
Just make a bunch of toys so even after you're gone, other people can stick the toy in the mirror.
Yeah, you can just stockpile them.
But at the very least, the ones who are alive have been saved. End of the game.
Wait, what? Okay, they don't mean like the game. They mean like the Kakuya's game. Because that would be a very abrupt game ending. Yeah, I don't see why not. I don't really want to make separate saves. I don't want to bother. End of the entire game. The end. Credits roll. Whoa. Hey, this is the beginning, I think. All right, next.
Sir, could you not?
Tonight so calls for more. Is that what he meant to say? And you know why? The death march is over. How do you know?
You haven't been able to go home in a while, right? Your wife must be worried sick.
Unless this is like a Japanese like saying where you do use the phrase death march, but in a way to refer to something in your life. I doubt she's even noticed me gone. She's wrangling our kids and doing homework. Last I heard, they left it to the last minute.
Ah, that's right. Summer vacation ends today, doesn't it?
Oh, hi! I guess I'll take it back over. I pass a couple salarymen talking about their lives. On stifling nights like this, I'd rather take walks than stay plopped in front of AC at home. I'd rather stay in front of AC at home. Hence my current activity, wandering Kisoji at night. Being able to waste time doing nothing makes me realize my daily life is back to how it used to be. It's been a week since Kakuya was sealed. Since then, all abnormal phenomena around me has stopped altogether. I haven't sensed her presence once, and the whispers have been silent. People around me have slowly been getting back to their normal lives too. Are we getting like an epilogue of, like, you know, they do this at the end credits of the game where you talk to every character, see what they're up to. Like, what are they up to now? Aunt Natsumi regained consciousness immediately after Kakuya was sealed. She took a few days off just in case, but she's back working at the bar already. She told me she started writing another horror novel. I asked her if she knew anything about Miroku and my mom, but she didn't know anything else. Guess my mom didn't share details about my dad with anyone. Wow, that's weird to be so secretive, even with your own sister. Not even Miroku. Wait, what? My mom didn't share details about my dad with anyone, not even Miroku. Isn't Miroku the dad?
Maybe the dad didn't know? Maybe the dad didn't know that he had a son with the sealing stuff.
Okay, huh? She might have noticed the Miroku family's dark secret after their relationship deepened. Did she keep my tie to Miroku a secret from me so I wouldn't get caught up in it? Oh, okay, I guess they're not talking. It's just gonna show a sprite of every character in the bar and we're just gonna talk about them. Ami's back to her regular and lively self. She's even started helping her mom. I still watch over her whenever Aunt Natsumi is busy. Yeah, we're just getting a little screen of all of them. Amanome's woken up as well. When Hazuki and I visited him at the hospital, they told us he was done with occult crap. The day he was discharged, I returned the gun I'd been holding on to for him.
We never used it.
Last I heard of Bon, he was pursuing a new case. His target's this Princess Mock, some urban legend about a fast-driving spirit. We gotta challenge that thing, man! Rosé has been traveling overseas doing her magician gig. The king of some country is apparently a big fan and paid her an exorbitant amount to visit. Good for you, get the bag, girl. Also, keep away from me. Keep away from underage people, please. Please, it's creepy. I heard all these incidents have sparked an interest in mysterious cases in Oe. She's been trying to convince her higher-ups to create a new department just to solve them, but it sounds like it's been a hard sell. Jesus. And Hazuki is... It's almost time. I wonder, she gets her own thing probably because we picked her, I'm assuming. We're meeting at my place tonight. She says she's gotten her hands on some limited concert merch that Ami wanted. Says she's excited to sneak out of her place to deliver them to her in person. I better get going. Gotta go pick up Ami. Why you still gotta look like a creepy hoodlum? Ain't it hot? Ain't it hot in that? I pick Ami up at the Black Rabbit, and we take our usual route back to my apartment. While we're relaxing, Hazuki stops by. Hey, girl. Go for it.
Oh, good morning. How are you feeling, Ami? You handling the heat okay? No summer cold, I hope.
I'm fine. What about you, Kaoru? I see you a lot on TV. You must be really busy.
I slacked off for a while there. I need to make up for it. Oh, I almost forgot. Here you go. This is for you, Ami.
Aww. Hazuki hands her a pink, round ghost plushie. Sounds cute.
It's Momo!
It's a rare momochi, made only for the concert. I remember you said you wanted one. They dug up a couple for me from the agency's warehouse. I hope you like it.
Wow, I love it! Thank you so much, Kaoru!
Ami beams, her smile taking up her whole face. Feels like it's been forever since I last saw her smile so innocently like that.
Oh, damn.
Not in front of the children! What's wrong?
I probably should have grabbed one for you, huh, Crimson? You'd like one of your own, right?
I mean, why not? Sounds cute. One of these two?
Yeah, why not?
Eh.
Oh, is that interest I see? I don't mind getting one for you next time.
Thanks.
I'm so glad to see you doing well, Ami. At any rate, Kakuya was so horrible disguising herself as you.
You said it. She completely fooled me. Okay, sorry, we're back. Alright. Doubt she'll show her face ever again, though.
She's sealed in that mirror in your bathroom, right? Is it okay to keep it there? Wouldn't it be better if a shrine watched over it for you?
Honestly, I agree, but I guess we're the only one with the power to seal her specifically, so I did ask Aunt Natsumi to set something up. I'm keeping an eye on it until it's ready. What is it?
If you're being cautious, then there's nothing to worry about.
Seems real dangerous. Why are we just staring at you? Huh? What the? Wait, did you hear that? I had to advance the screen, but there was no dialogue box on the screen.
I didn't see anything.
Yeah, it was nothing. There was nothing. I clicked it and it made it sound as if I was advanced. I was like, why are we staring at her for so long? Anyways, before I can raise a hand to stop her, Hazuki curiously peeks into the mirror.
So this is where Kakuya got out.
She continues gazing into the mirror. What is it?
I just thought it'd be great if I could keep this mirror for myself. Only half seriously.
Come on, Hazuki, please. I don't think it'd be a good idea.
I agree. You're right about that.
Ami begs for us to play cards after, so we end up doing that for a while. Old maid, concentration, we play all the usual games, and Hazuki wins them all. She claims it's all thanks to her guardian angel. Cheater, cheater, pumpkin eater. Man, am I sleepy. Night's fallen before I realized. Ami's tucked into a corner, sound asleep. Must have tired herself out from all the talking. The plushie Hazuki gave her is tucked in her arms. She must really like it.
Miss Natsumi's rather late, isn't she?
She's got a deadline coming up for her novel. With all the crazy stuff happening with Ami, she probably didn't get a lot done. Worst case, she's pulling an all-nighter. When she's focused, she loses track of time.
Oh, then she might take a while.
Am I okay.
Since we've nothing to do, how about we attempt a table turning seance?
What?
Table turning?
No. I've had enough of this occult and spiritual crap. Getting heartburn just thinking about it. More importantly, Hazuki, you still into all that occult crap even after what you've been through?
Of course. It is both Kaori Hazuki and Kuruse's purpose in life. In life!
In whole life! Figured you'd be turned off by all that. Figured you'd be turned off by all that by now.
Not a chance. Now I'm even more curious about ghosts and the occult. It's all because I've been able to see them with my own eyes. If spirits are real, then Bigfoot and Tsuchinoko should be too, right? Dreams know no bounds.
You're pretty tough.
Well, obviously I was scared too. I nearly died several times, and I can't forget what happened to Maru. But you know what? I still like it because I like it. And that emotion is so much stronger in me than my fear or disgust.
I don't understand her at all, but I'll admit, that love of hers helped me through all this. That passion is what drove her to stick by me till the end.
Hey, listen. I want to keep going after all kinds of mysteries, learn all their secrets. With you along with me, of course.
Count me out.
But now what? This spoils all my plans. Really? Are you really going to stop going after them? Damn right.
I don't know. Are we okay? Damn right.
What are you thinking?
I legitimately don't know.
I don't know. Let's go with I don't know.
I don't know.
I still have a chance. Think about it, okay?
She gazes into my eyes, a full smile blooming on her face.
Our bond may have been faded from our previous lives. I'm glad to work with you again.
She had a full line for that. Wow. Cool.
Alright. Well, thanks for caring about how we feel. It sounded like we were totally over it. We don't want to be involved with this anymore.
Credits? Credit sequence? Looks like a credit sequence to me! Wow! Nice! Woo! Oh my god! We finished NG! It's been 2 years? 2 or so years? Wow! Holy crap! What are you feeling? How you feeling, Doughy?
I think they've got like a really nice plot going on for a horror series, like a movie or TV show.
Right, I remember you saying you'd like it would be interesting to see it serialized into like a TV.
Yeah, can you imagine all the jump scares?
It would be absolutely horrible. Yeah, you know, I kind of agree with you because, like,
they've done live action Bleach, live action Attack on Titan.
Yeah,
Surely
yeah,
this
why
can't
not?
be that hard.
Okay. Well, yeah, I it was interesting. It was a ride. I was scared for a lot of it. For some reason, I don't know for sure because it's been a while. I feel like I prefer Deathmark over this one, but I couldn't tell you why. I don't know if it was like something about the progression or flow of it that I might have liked better. I'm really not sure. I just feel like we really got pulled back and forth in terms of the pacing throughout the game.
And in the beginning it was so slow.
So slow. And then they like sped it up like way too much towards the end. Yeah, like, so it just the pacing got kind of funky.
Kakuya was one night dealing with another ghost.
Right, yeah. But I also, at the same time, I do get that sometimes you gotta pick it up a little bit once it's getting towards the climax. Whoa, did the music just suddenly cut out?
Yes, it cut out for me.
What the heck? Wow. Okay, would you like to save your progress? Sure. I'll save it over this one, because I don't know if we did much more after that. Choosing a scary, is it starting over? For abrupt scares, you can choose the level you want them at from 3 different modes. Wait, what? Off, okay, compared to default. You'll still be able to see effects if they affect the story. I think it's starting over. Wait, I think it's starting over. Wait, is it like, we were on default, weren't we? Is there an extra scary mode? I'm gonna go ahead and just select this just to see what happens real quick. Is it starting over?
Mode would just be like so extra.
Yeah, it's starting over. Oh my goodness. Okay, give us just a moment to go ahead and go to the title screen. Okay, we're just gonna chill here on the title screen as we pour out our thoughts. So Doughy was just asking off screen who's the person on the bottom. That is Rose.
No way.
Yeah. A lot of the different like interpretations of them sometimes would look not quite like them, but I mean,
that looks like baby Jesus.
Baby Jesus themselves has made an appearance in NG.
It looks like a child.
They do look very baby-like in that image for sure.
It looks like a child.
So one of the big things that I think we have to address here is whether or not we are going to pursue other paths. And to be honest, I don't really feel like it. I do feel like from what we've seen of choosing Hazuki, it seems like there would be a lot of content that would be Amanome focused if we chose him, because there were a lot of scenarios where if the opposite had happened, where Hazuki was in a coma, then Amanome would have had to make a lot of appearances, especially like in the final case. So that feels like a really different game, almost. Which is kind of impressive. But how do you feel, Doughy? Because if you're interested in seeing more of it, we could try and fast forward and scrub through things, but it also seems really tedious to have to go through the entire game again and just make a couple different choices. So what do you think?
It's a long game.
It's a long game. We took a several year road to get here. So I would say more likely than not, we will probably not pursue the other paths, but you know, who knows? Maybe sometime in the future we might just be like, hey, whatever happened to that thing? Maybe we can dig into it. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and say we're probably not going to pursue it. Hey, future Axus cutting in real quick. So after this episode, Doughy and I decided to try and see if the other endings were available on YouTube for us to react to. And YouTube user The Hero of Light very kindly allowed us to use his footage for the endings. So we will be doing that in bonus episodes. However, this will not include like stuff that happens along the path. This is just purely the endings. So I highly encourage, if you are curious, to check out other playthroughs on YouTube if you want a more thorough experience. For now, please keep discussion on this episode to what happens in our specific playthrough, and then we can save discussion for other endings in the bonus episodes. Thanks! Back to the final thoughts. But yeah, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts in general? Just spew anything you're thinking. I'll also rack my brain. Let's see, so...
I'm still trying to get over Rosé's face. I like how they made Bond look. I like that look.
Yeah, no, Bond looks great there. I think the other three really look like the way, themselves, the way we've seen them in the game. But yeah, Rosé looks quite off model, I would say. We really look like ourselves. So yeah, wow, there was just this whole thing about, like, why are they focusing so much on this creepy man that turns people into dolls? And then, yeah, it was our father in the... So that was kind of interesting. This person we thought we were completely detached from, who did all these horrific things, and it's like, oh, but they have a purpose to it. Why are we focusing so much on them? And then it ended up being tied to us and how we have these magical powers. Like, that's kind of interesting. I kind of liked that. I kind of wished we learned a little bit more about our own mother. I guess
our mother seemed pretty absent.
Yeah, because I wanted to know how she got involved with this crazy man. Did she know what he was doing?
And how'd she die?
And how did she die? I don't think they probably had like one or two lines talking about how she left the world. But, it's been a while, and again, we take lots of breaks in between, so it's a lot of information to take in. Yeah, I thought it was interesting that the first two partners had a pretty significant impact on the overall story. Because I feel like Bond and Rosé, they sort of had, a similar impact as like what, other partners in like Deathmark, where each chapter we would keep getting new sets of them, right? And they would just mostly be significant for that chapter because there was a possibility they would die. So they were like, oh, we can't have them come back for the future because they might die in the previous chapters, right? So they kept them pretty like chapter locked. But here it felt like the first two partners had a significant impact on almost the rest of the story, though they were absent for a good part of it. One got locked away, one was in a coma, and then we replaced them with Bond and Rosé. But yeah, they Hazuki came back in the end and was a big part of it. So it's interesting how much you would have to replay to get the other paths and experiences. But I guess visual novel players who are used to that kind of thing, they're experts. They're probably like, dude, I gotta do this all the time. Are you kidding me? Whoops, sorry, I went dark. Are you kidding me? I gotta do this all the time. But yeah, me and Doughy, it's a lot to skip through, and I feel like it's really tedious. I wonder if in the new Game Plus they have anything to make the process go any faster. I kind of doubt it. What'd you think of, like, I don't know, the gameplay or anything about the flow or anything like that, Doughy?
I'm trying to remember all the different monsters we saw.
Right, yeah, there were a lot to get through. I really think the second case was it the second case? I already lost track, but the turtle pregnant lady case, that was my least favorite. It was too long.
It was very long. What was the second one?
I don't know. I wasn't sure if she was the second one, or I don't remember. It's been a while. And I kind of wanted to know more about the demon Tsukuyomi, because we were like, was that really demon Tsukuyomi's true form? But they tried to leave that one, interestingly enough, open-ended. Yeah. The other ones, we definitely saw their forms. They directly affected our lives and tried to kill us. But demon Tsukuyomi, they were like, was it real? Did it really grant a wish? Did it grant the victim's wish or the perpetrator's wish? Or maybe nobody's wish? Who knows?
Yeah.
So that was kind of an interesting choice, I guess. I don't know. I wonder if they left anything else kind of open-ended, because I know they kept like having a case and then moving on to the next thing and kind of leaving the last one in the dust. And you're like, wait, are we going to hear more about that? And we did feel that, you know, at first about the Miroku stuff, but that was just because, you know, it was this big twist reveal at the end. So they had to leave it for that. But I feel like we had other moments throughout the cases where we're like, wait, I kind of wanted to know more about that, or wait, but what happened? But I don't remember off the top of my head what specifically. I just kind of remember that emotion. But maybe I'm going crazy. Maybe I am. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't remember. I'm trying to look up the order of the ghosts because I'm trying to remember what we did experience.
Okay. So we were looking at more info about, you know, the order of the game and stuff, and I am seeing this guide for the endings, and yeah, I don't think I have enough patience for this. So there are, what does it say, 7 different scenes, 3 main endings, and 7 different scenes you can see. So there's good, normal, and bad. We got good, and then Hazuki. We picked Hazuki. There's a good Amanome ending. And in normal, bad Amanome and bad Hazuki. I guess it's because at least one companion dies, and then either Amanome or Hazuki survive. So I guess you can kill off Bon or Rose as well. There's the bad ending where both Amanome and Hazuki die, and I guess it changes depending on whether Rose survives or not, or whether you do stuff. I don't know. So it's a lot, and even this guide here says, the endings on this game are a bit trickier than its predecessor. You'll need to make at least 2 separate saves to return to them later, and will need an almost full additional playthrough just for the bad ending. So,
That's
yeah,
incredible.
Sorry guys, can't expect us to do that. I ain't gonna do it. But there was also another point I just wanted to quickly touch upon. Yeah, when it comes to, like, anime games, a lot of times, well, depending, I'll hold my tongue on certain tropes and things it's like, oh, well, it's anime, you know, what do you expect? But also, I kind of want to demand better from the things I consume, you know? So, thanks for, I appreciate you being here and us being able, I feel comfortable talking about it with you, Doughy, so it made me feel comfortable to just kind of call it out when I saw it. But yeah, it is uncomfortable how they treat the women in this game, as well as, people who just don't fit the typical norm, like Maruhashi, you know? They just kept making fat jokes, and like, it is a common thing I do see in anime, but that doesn't make it cool. It doesn't make it okay, you know? So, didn't like how they treated Maruhashi, and even though, like, so you will see the relationships between, like, Yakuza and underling, right? Where it is kind of like, oh, I'm like the puppy dog, and like you treat me harshly, and it can be like comedic in a way, but like he was always harping on him for like being fat, and so that made it really weird. It wasn't like it's like a buddy thing where like they're kind of mean to each other. It was like, this is like degrading and uncomfortable. Yeah, and then like what they did with the women and like Aunt Natsumi, like that was so unnecessary. Like every time they wanted to represent her, they just kept flashing back to the scene of her like sprawled there, and they're like, most of the frame is her boobs, and her face is maybe in like the 1/4 of the screen in the corner.
There are mouths on her. Hold on. Let's take her shirt off.
Hold on. Let's take her shirt off for surezies, even though the mouths are on our face, and with the arsonist guy was on his arm, very clearly on his arm. But they're like, oh, but for her, it's Sana boobs. We gotta take her shirt off. And like, again, we know this is catered probably towards men, but again, that doesn't mean we can't complain about it. Okay, we can be disappointed and not surprised. You know, at both things, we can do that. So yeah, but you know, we were expecting it. We knew it coming in from like Deathmark and stuff, but still, bleh. And plus, they made Rose creepy too, where like. I am guessing the way that they were, you know, writing it, or whoever they were intending the audience to be, they were like, oh yeah, it's totally fine if a hot older woman hits on you, even though there's a huge age gap. If you flip the genders, really creepy. But they're like, oh, but you know, because it's like a hot cougar mom or whatever the heck, it's okay. It's like, no, it was still really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But aside from that, I did like that each character was very unique. They had their own little individual traits. I kind of liked how sometimes they would bounce off each other. And yeah, like Amanome and stuff, yeah, he was also kind of like just creepy and degrading towards Hazuki as well, so it's just I tried to isolate. Oh, it keeps going dark. I tried to isolate and just see what the way he was supposed to be endearing in terms of like, oh, you know, he's the best friend. Like, he's the one you've had by your side, and you're both twisted in a lot of ways, but, you know, you find the good in each other and you're friends with each other. I tried to, you know, that's what they're going for. But still. I liked our main character, honestly. I liked the contrast between him and the protagonist of Deathmark. It was kind of fun that way. Like, I liked that it went from sort of this just kind of unassuming, sort of quiet, brooding guy to like this really angry guy. Like, he's really angry, really violent, always like goes violence first before thinking, which is complete opposite from our, you know, first protagonist. So I liked that. I liked that he was so edgy, so brooding. It made it fun. It made it fun to just be around him, you know, see things through his perspective. So I ended up really liking him. I got pretty attached. Yeah, I think that's it for me, spilling all the thoughts out of my head. Do you have any last thoughts?
No. Other than, come on, give us the TV series, give us the movie series.
Yeah. Gosh, some of the CGs though were just so graphic for me, and I see stuff like that sometimes. They did a good job illustrating it. They did a really, really good job. It's just a little too much. The game's a little too scary for me. So yeah, Doughy, thank you so much for coming along with me for this several-year-long journey. I'm glad that both of us have made it to the end of the tunnel. Congrats to us. Give ourselves a little pat on the back. And thank you all to everybody who's come along this far, again, for a several-year-long journey. You really hung in there. So thanks for hanging in there. And join us for whatever adventure we go on next. Thanks again. This is Axus.
This is Doughy.
Over and out.